Hello, I am pleased to present you to this social media project about the education industry. My name is Cara Dima and I'm a third year business management student. The topic that I will be exploring with you today is the use and adoption of the social media within the education sector. Looking at the education industry has gone through digitalization worldwide and in particular the UK. There is more diverse range of institutions included now, such as vocational training centers. There is online courses, more online tests. There is synchronous and asynchronous methods for communicating knowledge, which is commonly used by students. There's about 91% of the UK institutions which have a social media presence, and this has been used by 64% of them for teaching and learning. Marketing is another very common reason for the use of the social media platforms. And a very common social media platform which was used by students in the UK is Instagram. We'll explore some more platforms and tools and zones in the next slide. More platforms used by the education sector include Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and they're all used for different purposes. The common purposes include events and activities, to promote those events and activities, share news and updates, engage with the current students, and for example LinkedIn to recruit new students and engage with alumni. Moving on to the zones, social community and social publishing are the most appropriate and suitable for the education sector. Social community, first of all, encourages discussion between students and staff and is important for in topics related to education and social issues through online forums or Twitter chats. Social publishing allows institutions to create and share videos showcasing different aspects of institutions such as campus life through videos that can be shared on social media with platforms like YouTube. Social commerce and social entertainment, on the other hand, they're not so suitable for the education sector. However, they could present opportunities for innovation. Although the idea of social business has been partially applied in the UK sector, institutions like the University of Westminster, they have been doing a great job, and I would like to give credit to the University of Westminster. They've won a social enterprise gold mark, and it has meant applying a more social business approach, and they have done that through the use of social media, which is important for raising awareness and of social issues and that affect the underrepresented students, and this can provide attention to the solutions available. The university has worked intrinsically to promote a more collaborative and a more open approach to knowledge sharing. They use the media to create more meaningful and engaging conversation with their stakeholders, and this promotes a culture of innovation and continuous improvement because the staff and the students are encouraged to share their ideas and feedback through the social media channels. The way that the University of Westminster has done that is through societies, which all have Instagram accounts. They can compete with each other, and this provides a voice for the underrepresented students and encourages collaboration and knowledge sharing. LinkedIn alumni can also help students to gain employment and maybe also able to provide job referrals or introduce them to potential employers. And this can be especially beneficial for students that may not have access to career networks or may face barriers to employment. Twitter is another example, PRME. To conclude, while the adoption of the social business in the education sector in the UK has been relatively slow, the University of Westminster and institutions like the University of Westminster have embraced the three pillars of social business, to transform their culture and promote organizational readiness. And these institutions have recognized the benefits of the social media platforms and engaged with the stakeholders to promote a more collaborative and approach to knowledge sharing. Moving on to the role of social media in innovation, digital transformation, and the COVID-19 disruption, there's definitely been digital transformation and innovation in the education sector in the UK. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, they are important tools for communication, collaboration, information sharing between staff and institutions and the students as well. Social media has enabled the teaching staff to deliver educational content, collaborate and communicate with students in new ways. There is also it is also essential for remote learning, and it was preserving social connections during the COVID-19 pandemic. So in order to conduct online classes and meetings, the schools and the universities had to use platforms and tools like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet. And in addition to communicating with students and parents, it has been used to sharing resources and giving updates. And the University of Leeds has greatly used Twitter to offer students academic and mental health support during the pandemic. And the way that we learn has mostly stayed the same for a long time since the pandemic. Now more and more people are using the power of crowds. So the power of crowds to create new, better ways of learning. For example, online courses. We can see NOOCs in the screen, edX, Khan Academy. They all courses that bring together resources from experts in academia, business, and it makes it easier for students to learn at their own pace and people in general to learn at their own pace. The Khan Academy is also using crowds to learn, so they work with experts, as I said earlier, and they cover different subjects. Benefits and challenges of the use and adoption of social media in the education. So, social media has revolutionized the education industry, providing more opportunities for engagement, connectivity, there is knowledge sharing, and better parental involvement. Increased knowledge, for example, through access to a wider range of educational resources. The teacher can also simplify a complicated subject by broadcasting it live on social media platforms like Facebook or YouTube. And they can also provide links to supplementary resources such as articles for students who are interested in delving deeper into the topic. Community building through WhatsApp or Twitter, create a group forum and where students can ask questions, share views on assignments, and generally work with each other. Social media helps teachers, students, and parents to get more helpful information and connect with learning groups. It even promotes self-directed learning in students, which prepares them to search for answers independently. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp, they're all important for communication during a crisis in any industry. Schools and universities can quickly and effectively disseminate information to students, parents, staff, and other stakeholders through the social media. And they can communicate updates on campus, closing schedule changes, which are important information. Lastly, social media has significantly impacted the UK education industry by facilitating communication, collaboration, and knowledge sharing among students, educators, and institutions. It has also supported remote learning during the pandemic and created new opportunities for engagement and connectivity. As the education sector becomes more digitalized, social media is important for innovation and disruption, and its role it is set to grow. A few recommendations for the education sector is to follow trends and adapt to changes in the education industry, like the rise of the Web3. There will be more opportunities for innovation and disruption, and it is essential to keep up to date with changes in order to remain competitive. Secondly, there are significant opportunities for innovation in the social media zones 3 and 4, and these zones to use the social media beyond just marketing and advertising. It involves like using social media to create immersive learning experiences for students, such as through virtual reality. And lastly, social business applications can be used to enhance the education industry efficiency and effectiveness. This application can help streamline processes such as student recruitment, enrollment, engagement, leading to more seamless and efficient experience for both students and the educators. Overall, it is essential to stay up to date with the latest trends and innovations in this industry and the area of the social media to provide enhanced learning and experience for the students. Thank you very much for your attention. And the references slide.